Do you remember the police officer that did the video about LeBron James on TikTok? In case you missed it, here it is.
Dispatch, I've arrived at that disturbance. Will you have LeBron call my cell phone right away, please? Thank you. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. No, can you put the knife down, please, sir? Sir, no, sir, don't stab it. No, stop stabbing. Stop. Oh, hold on. It's LeBron. LeBron, hey, yeah, it's me again. Listen, I'm out here at this disturbance call, and there's a guy trying to stab another guy with a knife. What do you think I should do? Why does that matter? Okay, well, they're both black. One guy's trying to stab another guy with a knife. Deadly force is completely justified. Uh-huh. I see. So you don't care if a black person kills another black person, but you do care if a white cop kills a black person, even if he's doing it to save the life of another black person? I mean, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but then again, you are really good at basketball, so I guess I'll take your word for it.
Okay, so
all right.
This is a TikTok video. Awesome. They wanted to fire him. His marshal stood up for him, and they suspended him for a week, and there's much more to the story. Nate Sylvester is on with us now, getting ready to go back to work tomorrow, right?
That's correct, Glenn.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm a little disturbed because I'm a part-time resident of Idaho, and all these Californians are moving in, and they're wrecking it. They're making it crazy.
Yeah. That they are.
Yeah. So the mayor is seemingly, this is what I hear. He wants to fire you because he thinks it'll make him famous or get, bonus, some sort of anti-liberty points to fire you for this.
Yeah, that's the rumor that I'm hearing. So far, I still have a job. I am supposed to return to work tomorrow, but I police in a very liberal area, and the city officials are very liberal, and they weren't happy with the TikTok, and they did want to fire me, but lucky for me, I have a very common sense, loyal marshal who went to bat for me while trying to remain neutral at the same time so as not to put her own job at risk. But so far, the suspension wasn't great, but I still have a job, so that's good.
Well, I think you could always get a job in Texas or, other parts of the state. I mean, I put good words for you in another part of the state.
Well, I appreciate it.
You had a friend that created a GoFundMe campaign.
That's right.
And you just he was just trying to raise enough money for the suspension. And I don't know what they pay police up in Idaho, but last night when I checked, it was at $454,831. So that might be a little higher than the week's wages.
Just slightly. It's unreal, Glenn. The amount of support that I've been shown has been very humbling and almost it's been overwhelming. And not just with the donations to the GoFundMe. The letters and the text messages and the emails, people from all over the country and even in some parts of the world, Canada, Scotland, Mexico. People are really stepping up here.
It's really amazing to me that LeBron can say anything and nobody is in an uproar over it.
Yeah.
But you can't do anything, even humorously poke back with something that is very common sense. There's nothing that you said that was offensive in that. Nothing.
Right.
The argument doesn't make any sense, LeBron, and you're a stupid basketball player. So why would we care?
Right.
How is the morale of your compatriots?
Well, they're still reeling from this thing. I work in a very small department. I have five coworkers, including my supervisors, and they've been fielding hundreds and hundreds of phone calls. They actually, this is really cool. They actually printed out all of the emails in support of me, and right now they're at about 10,000. Wow. Because they want to show that to the city council to say, hey, look, we have much more support than we do opposition. I think there were like 5 total complaints, but we have over 10,000 emails and show of support. So it's definitely a break in what I would describe as maybe the minutia of working in Bellevue, Idaho. But they do have to deal with a bit of a headache fielding all the phone calls and visits to the station. So that's the only part I feel bad about is they're very busy now because of me. But
well,
I think
that's better than some places in the country. I mean, I know Bellevue's not like this. This is a sad example here of political correctness that has gone just insane. But at least you're not, a cop in some of these other cities, Los Angeles or in Minnesota. And I don't know how you guys are going to continue to do your job. I mean, when you are coming under attack and being called the names that cops are being called, I don't know how you get up every day and do it.
Well, and my marshal made a good point. She told me that if they fired me, then she would walk off the job. And I said, no, don't do that. Please don't sacrifice your job for me. And she says, well, it's not necessarily all about you. If the city officials can't have your back over a silly TikTok video, then what happens when we have a critical incident and, God forbid, we have to shoot someone? What happens then? Do we get left out to dry, and no support from our city council or the rest of the community? So she's got a good point. That's happening all over the nation. We're seeing good men and women, police officers, walk off the job because there's no reason to do it anymore.
I think that's why your GoFundMe account went up so high. People don't know how to support these guys, which I am really grateful. I've heard you talk about what you're going to do with the money. You're actually going to use that money to support other officers, right?
Yes. So when the funds just started flowing in like they did, just very unexpectedly, I said, well, what do we do with this? I can't just keep this all to myself. That wouldn't be the right thing to do. So I started brainstorming with my friend and another sort of a friend of mine that's got some experience with this thing, and we came up with the idea to create sort of like a scholarship foundation for displaced officers, that when they find themselves in similar situations, we can reach out to them, and if they miss a week's pay or a month's pay, then we'd be able to help them out with, help them out financially. And if they have legal fees, they can use the funds for that. So
I think that's fantastic.
It's in its primary stages, but that's what we're working on.
That is fantastic. Last night when I checked, it was at 454. I'd like to see if the audience could get that up to $500,000. It's a great, great cause to be able to help other officers. I know several people who are like, I don't know what to do. This is one of them. We have to strengthen the backbone of our officers and let them know that they're not just out in the cold with a giant attorney fee that they're facing. Yeah. We need to fight back on these things legally.
Yes. Yeah, I agree.
Nate, thank you so much. I appreciate your sense of humor. I thought the TikTok video, all TikTok videos are stupid, but I thought this was funny. And I think Stu will agree. Anytime you want to take on LeBron, have at it.
100% agree.
I've got other ideas flowing around in my head right now.
All right, good. We'll look forward to them. Thank you so much, Nate Sylvester.
For having me, Glenn.
You bet. You can, by the way, go to the GoFundMe page. It is the GoFundMe. Please help Officer Sylvester and other families. Just search for that, and you'll be able to help out. Please help Officer Sylvester and other families.